Shalom, 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 Israel. Alright, of course, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai. And today's question is, can you have two nationalities, man? Can you be biracial, right? Can you be this nationality and that nationality, right? Does that work, So through scriptures, we'll bring it out to show you, if that's possible, because people, a common question, a common point people bring up when we go out on the highways and byways is they say, how can you be a pure so-called breed, or how can you be a full-blooded Israelite, Well, I mean, brother, we'll go through the precepts and show you, but the thing is, if that was the case, if that's your logic, then ain't nobody out here would be a full-blood Israelite, man. Because throughout the generations, you got to understand that the intermingled seed, but the seed, hey, I'm gonna bring it out right now. It goes through the Father, man. That's it. It goes through the Father. We'll bring precepts out on it, man. Right? The seed comes from the Father, and you are who your Father is, man. Right? Plain, straight up, simple. Right? So let's bring it out, right? Exodus 21, Slakia, 2 and 21. Right? So, just to cut up and clarify, basically, if your mother is not an Israelite, but your father's an Israelite, well, the Bible will tell you so that you're an Israelite too. You understand? So this is Exodus 20, 2 and 21. And Moses was content to stay with the man. Right. Moses was content to dwell with the man being the priest of Midian, right? And he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter, and she bare him a son, and he called his son Gershom, I believe that's how you pronounce it, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. Now this is Moses, and the priest of Midian, right, he went to dwell with them, and the priest of Midian gave Moses his daughter, and her name was Zipporah, and Zipporah bore Gershom, right? So Moses begat Gershom. Now is Gershom half Midianite and half Israelite, right? Now we got to find that out, man, right? Because who do the Midianites come from, right? Let's read it. This is Genesis chapter 25 and 1. Then again, Abraham took a wife, right? And her name was Keturah, I believe. And she bare him Zimram, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shuha. Slaki for the pronunciations, but Midian, right? That's the point right here. Abraham, though Midian comes from the seed of Abraham, does that make him a child? Right? Because we're gonna read it in Romans, man. Right? So this is these are the descendants of the Midianites. Right? It goes Abraham, Midian, and then Ephah, right? Because Midian bore Ephah, right, when you get down to it. But let's go to Romans chapter 9, and find out who these Midianites are, right? Let's put it like that. Who are these Midianites, right? Salakia, Romans 9 and 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham, Salak. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham, right? Because guess what? Abraham, he had concubines, right? He had other wives besides Sarah, right? He had other children besides Jacob, Salakia, Isaac, and I believe it was Salakia Ishmael, right? After Sarah died, he got concubines. You can read that in Genesis 25, right? So let's read that again one more time. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Right? So for an instance, in the seed of Isaac shall be called, whether you are a child of Abraham or God or not. Because if you come through Ishmael, hey, you did not come from Isaac. Simple as that. If you come from the Midianites or Medan or Ishbak, all right, then you did not come from Isaac, man. Put one and one together, you get two, right? reading on, it says, that is, they which are the children of the flesh. Right? So the people who didn't come of Isaac are what? The children of the flesh. These are not the children of God. So if you don't come from Isaac, from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, then comes Jacob, because that's who the promise was given to. Guess what? Then you're not a child of God, right? And we already excluded Esau because guess what? You know, he wasn't blessed, man. He wasn't blessed. Uh, he wasn't blessed according to the promises, man. Right? He was blessed with the sword. He's blessed with the earth, but you know, he wasn't blessed with the promises, as it'll tell you. Salakia. That is they which are of the that is which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed, right? So it goes Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Israel, 12 tribes of Israel, right? So that's how you know if you're a child of God. Right? I wanted to add that in there because going back to Exodus 2:21, right? And Moses was content to dwell with the man who was a Midianite, and he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter. So Zipporah was a Midianite too, right? And she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershon, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. Right? Now, the reason his name was Gershon is because Moses was a stranger in the land of Midian, which was a strange land to him, right? Because he was an Israelite, not a Midianite. Right? I want to put that out there. But the thing is, you know, I also want to add is, back in the ancient world, what our forefathers did is they would actually name their sons and daughters accordingly. Right? Not now to where when you have a son or a daughter, you name him Jimmy for no damn reason, right? Or you damn naming Dan, I don't know, man. Right? We're not going to go into that. Right? But now let's go into genealogy and find out who Gershom is, the son of Moses. Who is he, right? What's his nationality, right? Plain and simple, right? Let's put it plain upon tables. 1 Corinthians 23:13 says this. Now Moses, the man of God. Slack. Alright, so Slakia. Now concerning Moses, the man of God, his sons were named of the tribe of Levi. Right? To be of the tribe of Levi, you have to be of the children of Israel. Right? Because Jacob had 12 sons. And Jacob's name was later turned to Israel, I believe, in the 28th chapter of Genesis, right? So, we find that out, and the Israelites are the 12 sons of Jacob, you understand? So, Levi being the third of them, because that's what Levi means. Levi means, I have borne him 3 sons, meaning Leah bore Jacob 3 sons, right? So, moving on. The sons of Moses were Gershom and Eleazar. So basically, you got to understand that it didn't say Moses' sons were half Gershon, Aslakia. Gershon was half Levite and half Midianite, right? Half Midianite and half Israelite. It doesn't work like that, man. It works like this. You from your seed of your father, man. It works like Moses wasn't Israelite. Let's go to it. Moses was an Israelite. Exodus 2:1. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took a wife, a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him, that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. Slakia is real, you know, the allergies, man. But basically, actually, it'd be easier to just go into the 13th verse of the 23rd chapter, 1 Chronicles, right? The sons of Amram, Aaron and Moses, right? So Amram was a Levite. When you read the chapter, you can start at about the 2nd verse. Might as well start at the 1st verse, you know. But I didn't want to add much to that, but you know. Now let's add on to it. Numbers, chapter 1 and 18. Let's find out, can you be biracial? Now if that didn't really help you out. If it seemed a little bit too complicated, then we have another sign, right? We have another verse. Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by what? The house of their fathers. So pedigree, that's your lineage. Pedigree is your lineage, right? So basically, your lineage is according to what? The house of your father. So you are who your father is, right? So put it like this, right? Even more simple. Go like this. Say you're in Texas, right? I just want to put a quick analogy out there, right? Say you're in Texas, and there's an apple tree in Texas. You take the apple seeds from Texas, you travel down to Florida with the apple seeds, and then you put the apple seeds in the ground, and the ground bears the apple seeds, right? Is a palm tree gonna come up in Florida like all the other palm trees? Is a coconut tree gonna come up, or is an apple tree gonna come up, right? That's how it works, man. It comes up an apple tree because it came from the seed of an apple tree, right? That's how it works, man. So if you're an Israelite, you have to have come from an Israelite father, man. Right? So with that being said, man, we always give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushai. That's the real name of the Heavenly Father and the Son, who the world calls Jesus Christ, man. So with that, of course, we give all praises unto the Most High, man. Shalom.